Oh man, in or out?
What's going on, folks? It is Monday. It is 8:30. My boy Mike is back with me tonight to help recap that W we got yesterday against the Bears. I mean, a lot of folks thought that Justin was going to come in here and light us on fire. I was one of them, and I couldn't be happier to be wrong. So let's get into it. Let's go. What's going on, Falcons fans? It is Monday night, as I just said, and we got Mike having a little bit of food going on. He's feeling better, man. He's eating up. I love it.
I got a little cake as I deserve because we won, buddy.
That's
Cake,
what I'm talking about.
cake. Man, I should put candles in the cake. Man, I love you guys. I'm happy to be back. Man, out of your Falcon mind as usual.
That's right, buddy. It's episode, dude. We're episode 69 tonight. So insert all the little childish jokes you want right there.
For all you nasty folks out there, 69.
That's right.
Smooth jazz.
That's right, man. So episode 69, man. We're going to recap the Bears game. We got some good news today, some bad news. Well, actually, we didn't get any good news today. We got mostly bad news. But some
Hold
cool
on,
things.
I gotta start this.
Yeah.
Johnny Yates, the good news for the day that you are unaware of, buddy. Okay, in our fantasy football stands. Okay, John is in one division and I'm in the other. The two dudes above me, man, I can get to. I just need them to be beat. Guess who one of them played this week and Johnny Yates kicked his ass? I mean, he only lost like once or twice all season.
He's only lost once, yeah.
Once Johnny Yates kicked his ass. And then, okay, so you know who's ahead of John's? It's our good friend from the show. My man, okay? He know he is, okay? He number one right now, but I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, J-Star. I need to beat him. So he got Debo's Samuel tonight, and
Yeah.
I got the other dude on the same Adoku, whoever's name.
Oh,
is.
yeah, that's Ayuk. Yeah.
So I got him. So I'm ahead by like 9 points. So whoever.
Well, you know what? I need DeAndre to have a good night. Well, just a couple.
I saw that on yours
because I'm down by like 6 points. But you know what's crazy?
Oh, he passed you?
Yeah. Because with the kicker last night, he.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I literally need DeAndre to get like 2 catches and like
that's
15,
all we
20
need,
yards.
DeAndre.
That's all I need. So
yeah.
But I mean, what's crazy is he had Tony Pollard and didn't play him.
I did. Yeah, I did.
And he had like 40 points. So yeah, like,
I saw them points. Yeah, I said he's gonna be pissed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. So yeah, hopefully, and looks like Justin's losing, and then whoever else is in front of me is about to lose too. So that'd be I can catch him too. I need some good things.
Justin, I feel so bad, man. He been trading with me. We done made so many trades. I love you to death, buddy, but I got to do it to you.
That's right, man. So yeah. So anyway, coming back to you again from the Variety Sports Network tonight. I want to thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for listening on the podcast, iTunes, Spotify, wherever you're listening on podcasts. And if you are, please drop us a 5-star review on any of those platforms. Helps us out a lot. And if you're on iTunes, drop us a few nice words. We'll read it out here on the show. Shout you out for sure. We appreciate that. If you're watching us on YouTube, please drop a like or hit the like button. And that would definitely, as always, helps more Falcons fans find us when they're searching for Atlanta Falcons content on YouTube. The more likes we got, the better. The more subscribers we got, the better. And Mike, I'm gonna post a little thing on our Instagram and everything, or maybe you can. We both can. I don't care. Mm-hmm. But we're 115 subscribers now, man. We want to hit 200 by end of the year. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So by end of the year, let's get 200. So if y'all are watching, listening, tell your friends, your family, subscribe to the channel. It takes 2 seconds. And when we post a video or live, just hit the like, man. It takes half a second. All my buddies, all of our buddies that we've made on here, when they post a video, I click Well,
You
I get the
retweet.
notification on my phone. I
Yep.
just click on it and I go ahead and like just to throw the support out
Just
there.
like the video and retweet and
Yeah, man.
share, man. I really do urge you, if you listen to the podcast and it's something, if you think it sucked, by all means don't share it. But if you listen to us and you really do like it, I just urge you to just retweet when the new episodes drop, when we post things, just try to share it, because we still a really tiny podcast, but we are trying to get up there. It's gradual, but we are heating the stove up, but we do need your help.
Of
And you
course.
know what, I want to say I appreciate Michelle. I saw the email that she wrote last week, and I thought it was beautiful. So we love to have you as a new listener, man. No, she said she been listening for a long
Yes,
time.
yeah,
I
almost
really
a
do
year.
appreciate you. Yeah, it blow my mind when girls are listening to the podcast. Like
It's
I
awesome, dude.
I
I
think
love it.
that's so awesome. I just get a kick out of that.
Yeah, man. If y'all didn't watch the last episode, basically Mike was sick. He was out, and
Yeah.
I had JR on with me from Pound for Pound, and Toby
Hmm.
had to. He couldn't make it last minute too. So it's basically just me and JR. We
Yeah.
had a blast. We had a good time. But I read her email out on here, and it was awesome, man. So
Yeah.
and yes, Michelle, we'll definitely keep doing the crossovers because like we enjoy having
Mm.
those guys on,
Yeah.
and just other people within this community, man. It's great. We've
Hmm.
had such a good time meeting everybody, and everybody's been so
Hmm.
cool to us. Kind of coming in as the new guys over the last year, and just trying to make our own way in it. So it's been awesome. So we're going to continue to do that for
Hmm.
sure. And like I said, man, when those guys post videos, man, I just click on it and
Yeah.
hit yes, and that's it, man.
You gotta
But
help us out. We are the new guys. We are the teeny guys. I want y'all to know. You know how we had them crossover shows. We are the new ones. I don't know what the hell, man. Y'all think, but we are the little guys. We're the new ones. So we need
yeah,
y'all
that's
to
right.
come on. We are the rookies. So we need y'all to post us up.
Yeah, man. So just a few things to get a few in the chat, man. So Tegan Perry, Bears fan here, interested to see your guys take on the game yesterday. Man, hey man, thanks for watching. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
we'll,
Thank you for
we'll,
watching, buddy. I got a few jokes for y'all. Just
we
stay tuned.
yeah, we'll definitely gonna get to it, man. In a few. Our buddy Steven, man, what's going on? ATL Harris says y'all in conflict with the Hawks game right now, but I managed to get it on TV, so
Love
we're
you
good to
for it,
roll.
buddy. Love you.
Thank you, buddy. Yeah, man. And if y'all, on just a heads up, but for y'all that is on Twitter, please y'all go follow ATL Hara, man. Like he does a great job with all
Hmm.
22 breakdowns.
Hmm.
Really good stuff there, and knowledgeable dude when it comes to the Falcons or just football in general. So
Hmm.
yeah. Anyway, so buddy, so you're feeling better, man. I know you ate some bad food, and you're
Hmm.
good to go now. So
Gas
how,
station
how,
food, buddy. Don't get
uh,
food from the gas station. That's all I
yeah,
can say.
that's
Yeah.
definitely an out. And
Yeah.
if we were playing her out right
Out.
now,
It'll be
gas
that.
station food's gonna be an
No
out.
gas
Yeah.
station food. Yeah.
So you have a good weekend though. Other than feeling like shit, did you get better over the weekend?
Yeah, man. Just because I always do something. I'm always ripping and running. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
had to sit down. So I was bored out of my mind, but it's good to sit down sometimes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I hear
Really
you.
good to sit down. So I just got to sit down for a little while.
Yeah.
I feel because I did that, I feel like I'm like bouncing off the walls now.
Well, good, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We need that energy, of course, as
Yeah.
always. But
Oh, I got it for you, buddy.
yeah, man. But yeah. So I just Saturday, man. I just sat out. I watched some college football all day long. It was a crazy day, man. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we had two big ones almost go down.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan almost got beat. TCU, man, won by like the kicker running on the field at the last
Mm-hmm.
play. It was crazy. They ran the fire drill off the field, came on, kicked it with no time on the clock to win. Just nuts, man. And then Ohio State had a bit of a scare with your
Yeah, I
boys at
did see that.
Maryland.
I did see that. Yep.
They gave them a little bit of scare. Then in the fourth quarter, they pulled away. But yeah, it was overall, man. It was a pretty fun day of college football. I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, man. So before we get into the game, man, a little bit of bad news today. So
Okay.
if y'all haven't heard or been on, under a rock today, Kyle Pitts torn MCL, going to be out at least probably 4 weeks, and he was placed on IR. So for sure, 4 weeks. Not sure what's going to be past that. It'll depend on, I guess, a lot of things, whether or not where we're at as a team at that point, and whether we're still in it, how he's recovering from it. Of course, I don't think they're going to bring him back and push it if they don't need to. Because he's too valuable to throw
Yeah.
out there in a season that, if we're right in the midst of it, who knows? But
Mhm.
I'm not risking him. You know what I mean? For
Yeah.
if we're out of it by that point, but who knows? And then Taquan Graham, man, and I haven't heard exactly what his injury is yet, but it's
Mhm.
definitely a knee injury. He got to get carted off the field during the game. So other than AJ and Casey going down this year, we've been a fairly healthy team. We
Mm-hmm.
haven't been hit too bad. Like our buddies, the Bolt Bros, at the Chargers, like their team was decimated with injuries
Mm-hmm.
all year long. So I felt in that way we've been pretty lucky. But that's two huge ones, man. Like two big injuries.
Us, and I'm gonna be honest. Kyle Pitts, I really feel bad for him because he was only. I'm not saying that he was struggling, but his year was struggling, and then have the injury on top of that. From what he experienced, and man, his first year to now, man, this year sucked ass for him. So
Yeah.
I feel real bad for him. But Graham, man, that is. I don't know why it hurt even more because he was doing so well, man. He was helping Grady so much to see that, and I knew that when he
Mm-hmm.
went down, he looked like he was in agonizing pain. So I said that's serious, and I feel awful, man, because when I don't mind when they can hurry up, a sprained ankle can come back, but when you see them do like when you said when the car come out, it's just a bad feeling, man. I did not,
Yeah.
and even man Cooper Cup. I
Yeah.
don't like that, man, because that dude a beast. I want him on the field, and
Yeah.
just they said, and the same thing. They're gonna have to decide if you even want to bring him back, or if you
Right.
just want to say it's not worth it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I saw a lot of folks, a lot of just bad takes online, like, "Oh well, Kyle's not involved in the offense anyway. Not a big deal."
That's
Man, that's dumb as shit, man. Come
no,
on,
that's
like
dumb. Yeah,
he,
it's Kyle Pitts.
yeah. I mean, like it's, I mean, when he's on the field, like just what he
Yeah.
demands, the attention that he demands alone. I mean, it's going to be
Yep.
different than anybody else that we have, whether it's McCall
Hmm.
Pruitt or Fursker or whoever. I mean, maybe Franks comes back and just
Hmm.
amazing at tight end. Who knows? But I mean, like whoever we have is not going to compare to what he
No.
brings to the table. I mean, and I mean, there, yeah, blocking wise, I mean, sure, there'll be some good blockers, but I mean, what he can do in the pass game, like I
Hmm.
said, regardless of, yeah, I mean, he hasn't had the targets that we would all like him to have this year, or the catches, but like I said, that's you have not have him on the field just sucks all the
It's
way around.
yeah,
But
it's gonna, and the same thing with John said it. It's. I'm not even saying on the place he get the ball. The attention he commands is the
yeah,
reason why there are some people who are like open on every play. Now you won't have that when he's not in the game.
yeah, and I thought McCole Pruitt did a good job stepping
I
in there.
really did. I thought he did awesome. I thought
Yeah,
he
I
did a
mean,
good job.
yeah, I mean, with our offense, I mean, the way it is, I mean, Drake is going to still command some attention. Oz is
Mhm.
going to do his thing. I mean, it'd be nice to have, a second receiver really step up. Like
Yeah,
really step up. I mean, but
yeah.
again, when we're not making, I think Marcus had 20 attempts yesterday, so we're still
Mhm.
not throwing, we're not throwing the ball a lot. So it kind of is what it is there. But I mean,
Pruitt could be better because he's slower than Kyle. So like the passes were right there when he threw it to Pruitt. No, it was like, oh
you're
damn, he can
right.
throw. Because when he throw to Kyle, sometimes
Behind him
he
is
either gotta
yeah.
overthrow it because he's so fast, so he like underthrow it because he's so fast. It seemed like he was getting it right to Pruitt.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, Arthur spoke on it today at his press conference, and he was obviously down about it, and he was saying, he even mentioned that some of it's been a rough year for Kyle dealing with the hamstring, not
Mhm.
the success on the field that they all wanted, even though he's developed a lot as just as a complete tight end. So I mean, it's his production obviously is hindered by the quarterback, by the play
Mhm.
calling, stuff like that. So it kind of is what it is. But anyway, hope the best for those guys. Hope they get back and healthy. And but you know what? In place of Taekwondo, I thought Timmy Horn and Jalen Dalton and Abdullah Anderson did a damn good job, man.
I think they did the good. I'm gonna tell you one thing. I like our backups play with tenacity.
They
Whenever
all
they
do.
come in,
That's the thing about this team. They all play that way.
they really young. You expect the skill to dip,
Yeah.
but then also you expect the tenacity like to dip like it doesn't dip like they come out like damn I want to take his starting job like it's the attitude is like yeah I want to play and they rumble no matter what backup come in the game they play 100% and you can see it so it always is like much better than we expect because
Mhm.
I'm like oh shit sometimes like oh no and then they play pretty well
Yeah, yeah, I was impressed. I mean, I thought,
yeah
like I said, Timmy Horn was good, and of course Dalton had that pass batted down at the end of the
mm-hmm,
game, or not batted down, but batted in the air that
mm-hmm.
Hawkins was able to intercept. So I mean,
Man, I
Yeah, no,
love Falcons, man.
they've all got that just kind of nasty drive
Yeah,
to them that
all of them.
that you want to see. That's just, I mean, like, we've heard it over and over again that they've, everybody's bought into that type of
Mhm,
play. Well, I mean, you can see it on the field. You can,
mhm,
it's visible. So, but and before we even before the game, we're getting the game right now. But one cool thing, man, that I don't know if you saw it today, and I didn't even realize it, but the Falcons made Daniel Trace is a survivor of the Robb Elementary School tragedy in Uvalde, Texas, and
alright.
he's a big Falcons fan. They made him honorary captain yesterday.
That was dope.
So it was really
Yeah,
cool, man. They
okay.
had Keith Smith called him and, like, told him about it, and
Mhm,
they had filmed that. I mean, just super cool, man. So big
mhm,
ups to the Falcons for doing that. That was awesome. And then
yeah,
other just roster moves we made today with Kyle and Taquan going to IR. We claimed Johnson again off of waivers, so he's back, the defensive lineman. Then we signed John Rain, tight end, to the practice squad, which, don't really know much about him.
yeah.
And then Justin Schaefer went to practice squad IR. So not sure what happened to him, but that's not great. But again, we've been battling these little bitty injuries that's been creeping up,
Mhm.
for a bit. So anyway, all right, man, get into the game. So first drive, man, awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
solid
I
runs.
mean, flawlessly awesome. It
Yeah,
looked like another team. Like, I mean, it looked, but like I said, scripted plays,
yeah,
smoothly done, man.
yeah. Short throws there, and it was something me and JNR talked about in the preview. Like we figured they might be susceptible to some of those short intermediate when they come up to try to stop the
Mhm,
run over the top, and they were. I mean, we didn't see Marcus go downfield at all, really,
mhm,
which is, that's okay. It's not his game. We all know that.
yeah.
That's the worst part of his game. Um, and there was a few shots that he did not take that were there
It
that
was.
he ended up checking down. Which again, I'm kind of okay with him checking down at this point.
I'm cool with that shit because
Yeah, I
if that was
mean,
anybody else, I would say throw it. But with him, I'm like, check it down. I'm cool with you just checking it down.
exactly. Yeah. So, it's but anyway, I mean, and then to cap that drive off though, man, great scramble from Marcus. And then Drake just, scramble drill. He's going to the sideline and Drake getting open there. And Marcus put a hell of a throw on the run, man, right where it needed to be.
Man,
So
I think I've seen Patrick and Aaron Rodgers do that, and those are only two. I'm talking about scrolling
to his left.
when you like running to the left and
Yeah.
throwing it with your right hand.
That's
It's
so
almost
hard, man.
damn perfectly put past, man. It's damn. If y'all knew how hard that was to do, it's damn near impossible. And he put it on the money.
Hmm. Then the Bears possession, man, big return by Valus Jones, who I really liked him a lot last year
Hmm.
coming out from Tennessee. He's like one of the fastest dudes that came out
Hmm.
last year, and he showed it on that return. First play, man, we missed like 2 or 3 tackles in that
Yep.
first play. I was like,
Yeah.
shit, here we go. Like, we can't be missing these tackles today, man.
Hmm.
It's gonna be a long day if we do. And then ended up with a TD throw to Mooney. Um, and then Fields only ran once on that drive, and that
Yeah.
changed. That changed as it came up, and we'll get into some of what we thought with Fields, man. I'll just say this, man. If the Bears want him to be their future quarterback, they got to stop calling plays like this.
They have,
They cannot run him like this, man.
especially when he was clearly taxed or hurt. He was either exhausted or he was hurt, and you knew that, and you kept calling quarterback runs. There's no excuse. Man, it
Not
was
even,
times he laid on the ground and just grabbed his shoulder, and then you called another run. You cannot do that. He'll be
dude.
out the league.
It wasn't even like rollouts. It was like QB power runs.
Yeah, it was
Like,
cute.
I'm like,
Yes.
what? Like,
The whole time he's like grimacing and they still like run it.
yeah.
I'm like, dog, I don't look, he's clearly hurt or exhausted. I don't
Mhm.
know.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I don't either, but we'll get to some more of that later. But
Mhm.
and then our next drive after that, few good set of downs. Marcus almost threw a pick, which really wasn't on him. That's the one where Drake kind of hit the
Yeah.
linebacker like
Mhm.
right into the
Pushed him
passing
right
lane.
into
It
it.
was
Yeah.
kind of weird, yeah. So I think that wasn't on him. But Bears get it back. AK damn near gets there, but Justin scrambles for a first down, and
Fast as shit. He
and
almost
yeah,
got there. Yeah.
he is, man. And and I'm not too upset. Justin's, I mean, that kind of athlete, he's going to get his. Like, you can't
Yes.
expect to stop him
Yeah.
every play. So, like,
Yeah.
that's why he, is who he is. Or that's why he was drafted high.
Mhm.
He's not a great quarterback overall yet
Mhm.
because he doesn't have a lot around him.
Mhm.
That Bears offensive line is not good.
Mhm.
So I mean, it's didn't do him any favors whatsoever. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of like watching that offense reminded me of like when you're young, when you're like on the playground and like there's that one dude who's like
Yeah.
better than everybody. You're
Yep.
like, hey man, you just do everything.
Yep.
And it's the one guy that's running every time. And
Juking
he,
everybody. Yep.
yeah, I was like, that's what it reminded me of. I was like, man, they just like they literally just it seems like there's nothing else to call. And it's like, hey, Justin, you run it, buddy. Go
Win the
ahead.
game.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Go win
that's
the
what
game for us. Yep.
yeah, that's exactly what it reminded me of. But so where was that? So yeah, so the Bears get it back. Like I said, he just missed them, and then Fields misses a deep shot to Mooney, which that's actually really a good part of his game was those deep throws, and he had him open wide the hell open,
Wide open. It was
and
an
missed
easy
him.
touchdown.
Yeah, and then so that was on a 3rd and 6. So we ended up getting it back on a punt. Now this is what puzzled me, man. So Avery Williams returns a punt, and he's getting tackled, and he's stretched out like he was going for a first down, and he fumbles the ball.
It was
I was
weird,
like, dude, like, I mean, I'm
I
not
think
gonna
it
hate
was
on him.
weird. And the thing is, man, you tweeted about that. Like,
Yeah,
if it's you're not going for, he act like it was 1 yard to go.
yeah,
Like, why would you be stretching out for a yard on a kick return? It was weird.
yeah, yeah. I mean, maybe he's just a brain fart, you know. Like I'm not.
Yeah.
He's been so good all year long. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna. It is what he is. But I was just like, dude, you can't be, you can't be stretching on a punt
Mhm.
return, to get an extra yard or what half
Yeah,
yard, whatever
for
the
a
hell it
yard.
was. Yeah. Anyway, fumbles the ball, we get it back. Man, so we kept giving the Bears short fields. Like we weren't
Yep.
doing our defense any favors in that first half. And then Justin, as the second quarter starts, man, makes Lorenzo comes up, has a shot on him, makes him look dumb, and goes right around him. And then Grady came out with a big sack on
Yeah.
3rd and 19. And dude, we were getting pressure with a four-man rush, which and again, I'm going to preface all this with saying the Bears' offensive line is not good,
Mhm.
but we were getting good pressure with four guys.
Man,
So, I
I'm
mean,
not gonna lie. There has not been a game all year that I was that impressed by because I thought like for sure I've seen him dog the other teams. I figured like for sure he was gonna give it to us.
mhm.
And they would not, when I tell you they were so disciplined, they wouldn't allow him to get outside. So he'd scramble and they'd be right with him. Like it was times where they could have had a shot, but it was like, I'm gonna stay back. I'm gonna
Yeah.
make you throw this. I'm gonna just sit there instead
Mhm.
of rushing you. I'm gonna just go with you, shadow you. And it was awesome. The way, man, Dean Pease deserve a spaghetti plate, a trophy, a stripper, and $1 million for what he did, man. I just thought that was Dean Pease game, man. Like that was his best game as a Falcon. It really was, because there's no way that we really shut him down, man. We really shut Justin Fields down. I mean, there was no other way around. He couldn't run. He was getting lit up, like you said. It was getting pressure with 4. Man, we was batting balls. We was not. Dean Pease won us that game.
Yeah, it was good to see, like, you know, JR talked about it in the preview too. You know, we were if you can get pressure up the middle on a quarterback and your ends can contain and not
Yep.
come and not rush past the quarterback,
Don't rush
if you
past. Yep.
can, then we did it a few times, but it wasn't
Yeah.
bad. You know, like it
Yep.
was for the most part, especially the second half. Like the first half, I think he had 70 or so of his 85 total rushing yards
Mhm.
in the first half.
Yep.
And so in the second half, they really clamped down and
They
like kind of
clamped
got
it. Yeah.
yeah, they got more disciplined and everything. So it was nice to
Man,
see that.
speaking of that, I just gotta say,
Yeah.
Troy Anderson, man, it's like it's no words for that. And that dude come in, that is the Tasmanian devil. That's what I see. You spinning all around, man. You look like you are out of control, but you are in control. He'll land right on, whoop, and he's a great tackler, man. When Troy come get you, man, it was a play where he shot from the backfield into the backfield, and
Mhm.
I just was like, this dude is unreal. The dude, he was in the backfield before the play got started. It's
Yeah.
unreal.
Yeah, and I thought when we talked about that too going into the game, I thought that Troy needed to be on the field. Just if nothing
Yeah.
else, just for his athleticism. Like, you know, like there's
Mhm.
so we've you know, he's had some rough games this year where he's been out of
Mhm.
position or, you know,
Mhm.
taking the wrong angle, just stuff that, you know,
Out of
you kind
control.
of expect from
Yeah.
rookies kind of, you know, to see. But man, like just overall, I mean, like you know, he made a couple of just I mean, he got Justin behind the line of scrimmage. And actually Steven posted a video on the all 22s. He came up to fill a run gap,
Yes.
and he did.
Yep.
And then but then he was still able to get back across the line and
Yeah.
still make the tackle.
He amazing.
I
Dog,
mean,
here's the thing
yeah,
is when he get his brain into it, like he get like the understanding, it'll imagine that.
yeah,
It's just imagine in a year or two, just Troy Anderson is just raw. Like I told you, I told y'all this. He's like Allen Iverson when he first started playing.
mm-hmm.
Like imagine when he learned to play with the team. You remember when Allen Iverson? It's just I'm telling you, he went right to the finals.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to see Troy when he get his mind in the game. I mean, Troy's amazing, man.
Yeah, agreed, man. I think you. I actually said that online, going back and forth with somebody. I was like, yeah, I think year two is going to be really 2 and 3 is where you're going to see him really shine, and just kind of
Yeah,
settle into the defense
yeah.
because one guy commented and said, like he's got the wrong coaches staff. I'm like, dude, no. Like, I mean,
Oh,
you've seen what Richie and Hawkins has made this leap from year two, right? They didn't do much. They didn't have much playing time
yeah.
last year. Half the
Yep.
fan base said that Richie was a bust. You know
Yep.
what I mean? And like now look at him. So I mean,
He
like I'm
been
not.
balling, and so is
Yeah,
Hawkins. Y'all
yeah.
cannot tell me Jalen Hawkins ain't been balling and Grant ain't been balling. Dean Pease, y'all telling you, I'm not saying it's amazing, but with what he got, what Dean Pease, how he's brought these players along,
Hmm.
the dude deserve it. Just look at last year at the progress.
Yeah.
And he got like balls. He putting Troy Anderson in the game. Like, I respect him. I
Yeah,
thought he did
yeah,
an
and we'll
amazing
get
job.
yeah, exactly. After we talk about the game, we'll get to some of the PFF scores too for anybody that's interested.
Mhm.
Um, but actually, jump back in the chat real quick. Fall Star Falcon, what's up, buddy? Good to see you in here, man.
What's up? But that's a good name. Foster Falcon. I like that.
ATL Harris, Steven says Falcons mostly play base defense. Very few of those double linebacker A gaps. Looks like the two ball.
A ton of man
Oh, no.
cup. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think the biggest reason was to avoid having to play a ton of man coverage versus fields. Yeah,
Spot
100%,
on.
man.
Yep.
100%. And he said Troy and Richie both had standout games
And
on
I'll
defense.
get. Yep.
Agreed, man. Agreed. And and I think the snap count, I think Troy only had 24 snaps on defense
Yeah.
out of like
Man,
69
he
or
make them
70.
count.
So I mean,
And John, I gotta say this. Like I did call Troy at the start of the year. Man, John called Tyler. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm so trying my best to not be impressed with this dude because I like Cordell Patton, okay, and he's my fantasy.
hey
He's
man,
electric. I
there's
mean, it's
enough
just
love to
nothing
go
like
around for both of them. It's all good.
right. But Tyler had a run. He did two of these where he ran the ball and it damn near took the entire Chicago Bears team to bring him down, and he still didn't fall. I don't know how tall Tyler is. He look like he's my size, but I know he's not. But geez, I'm young. I can't tell you that. I'm just impressed. I was trying not, and I don't even think he got a lot of like yards on his two runs. But
Mhm.
if y'all know the two runs I'm talking about, he damn near took on the team by himself, and they couldn't knock him down. I said, this dude is a bowling ball.
No, dude, his balance is just
It's
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
Yeah, and it's gotten better, I think. I mean, since his days at BYU,
Mhm.
and I mean that's one thing that Arthur said that he
Was he
likes
like
about
that
him.
in school, John? Like he was like running over people, like he was a tough back, or he was like juking when he was in college?
No, he was more of he liked contact. Yeah,
Okay, because he
yeah,
like
yeah. I
yeah.
mean, he former linebacker, like he's not afraid
Oh
to.
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
he's
he was a former linebacker. Yeah.
converted linebacker. So I
Uh,
mean, yeah, he's not afraid of contact at all. And I mean, like you said earlier in the year, though, I mean, you've seen a lot of one cuts and right into the back of an
yeah.
offensive lineman. And I was talking with a dude on Twitter, I think Alberto, and he's best when he's kind of getting outside, an outside zone type of
He is.
run, because he goes in the middle. Sometimes his vision's not the best. If you give him a clear lane to left or right,
Yeah.
he can hit it. But I think his vision's like a work in progress.
Yeah.
But I think
Oh,
he'll
he'll
get
get it.
better the
Yeah.
more carries he gets. But
Hmm.
he's showing you all the signs that like this could be the
Yeah.
guy going forward.
Yes.
As CP
Yes.
gets older and whatnot like that, this could be a good
Hmm.
dude. And like I said, Arthur has already said earlier in the year about how well he likes his pass pro, which
Hmm.
he picked up a few blitzes yesterday
He
that,
did.
that helped Marcus complete passes.
Hmm.
And I mean, like right where you thought you needed to be. So it was good to see. Um, getting back to the game, man. Second quarter, the Bears possession, big run by Montgomery, ridiculous catch by Komet, dude.
That was
Like,
awesome.
what the hell? He's
Man, I
getting
don't even
hit.
think he did that on purpose. I'm
He's
gonna tell
getting
you, I
hit
don't
as
even
he's
think he
catching
did
it.
that on purpose.
That was wild. That
It's
was
like he
wild.
stuck his hand out and even like he because he looked shocked, like, oh shit, it's like he
Yeah.
didn't do it. Trust me, he put his hand out, but I think he was so shocked the ball was in his hand. He was like, oh,
Yeah, that's coming off to, like, the last week of seeing freaking Jefferson's
oh yeah,
best
Majestic,
catch I've
yeah,
ever
yeah,
seen, and then, like, Diggs' catch, like, seeing that
mhm.
as I think it was AJ that was hitting him while he was catching it.
Yeah, yep,
So
yep.
that was impressive as shit. Anyway, yeah, they ended up, did they score on that drive or no? No, no, no. That's well, I'm sorry, I lost my yeah, anyway, then Troy, that's where Troy had the huge stop on Justin in the
Hmm.
backfield, yeah, and they ended up getting the field goal. That went up 10-7, and then our possession, CP big run and fumbles it, and people are going to fumble from time to time. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna, but I mean, he was it was a great run too. He cut back and just it happens. Yeah, dude.
Hmm.
No, I think it was Firsker that or not Firsker, but Brisker. I think that knocked it out. ATL Harris said at BYU, Algier was always physical. Yeah, exactly. His pass protection wasn't probably his worst skill, but he's pretty damn good at
He is.
best. Yeah, yeah. You can tell that's something he
That's
definitely
a tough dude,
worked
man.
on. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But anyway, after CP fumbled, TQ goes down. Taquan goes down the very next possession by the Bears. And then Fields ended up running that in for a TD at the end of that
Hmm.
drive. So we went down 17-7. And then we turn around, man, and CP makes history, buddy.
I'm gonna tell you, I almost said before that. I ain't even gonna lie. I was saying, man, take him from back there, cause I'm gonna be honest. At this point, and I'm his biggest fan. I love the
Yeah.
dude. He looked like an old man that's slow, like who just shouldn't be back there.
Yeah.
So when he was kept doing, I'm like, man, why did they need to take him from? And then when he broke that, I was like, I'm gonna shut up. I get it. This dude is like an ageless wonder. He can be back there as long as he wants. He just don't look like he's so like fast. Like he could, like if he was ahead, he looked like he would get caught.
Mm-hmm.
And he proved me wrong. He outran the whole team. I said, I will never say that again. I don't
No,
how dude, why are you outrunning people that's 21?
yeah,
How
and he split.
why
I
are you
mean,
doing that? And how are you doing that?
and granted, one of them was the kicker, but he split the two defenders at the end. Well, one was a
And
kicker, and
this,
the other
yeah,
somebody. I was
the
like, it
team,
took
the
off.
whole special teams team, he ran past. And I thought specifically like he shouldn't be back there because of the speed. Well, he shut me up. Man, that dude is awesome. He
No,
is electricity. That's human
he is.
electricity.
He is, man, and just I mean, to for a guy, when you see him on the field, when we were on the field
Hmm.
earlier in the season, and you see how big he is, like it's
Yeah,
ridiculous. He's as fast as he is,
yeah,
like, and it's you see why he's literally trucking people every game
yeah.
because I mean that load coming at you that fast, man, that's crazy.
He is huge. I don't know
Yeah,
if you all can see, but if you, I when me and him was at the game, we seen him, and if you saw him when he was hurt, when he in his street clothes, like that's what is running at somebody full speed. He is not small by no means.
no, not at all. And then so after he scores a touchdown, breaks the NFL record for kickoff returns for touchdowns. Bears get it back. Justin was running it pretty well at that point. We got to the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 9, we lose contain, and he runs right past Walker for a first down.
That was
And then
frustrating.
yeah, it was frustrating. Then they got a holding call, which helped us out. Got
Mhm.
1st and 20. Then Walker left his feet on a fake, and then Justin ran right by him on that. And then a 3rd and 8, Fields hit his O lineman in the head with the ball.
Hilarious.
That's
Hilarious.
hilarious.
Yeah.
And then dude misses a 57-yard field goal, which was awesome because it gave us back the
Yeah.
ball with 1:10 left to go in the half.
Oh, he had it too. It was
Yeah,
one, like he
yeah,
had it 1 yard closer. He would have had it.
exactly. And so we had 1:10 left on the opposing 45. We had a hands at the face, push us back 2nd and 15, 3rd
Mhm.
and 6. Great throw to Demir Bird
Mhm.
to get us into field goal range for our boy Koo. Who, hey, man, he's back, man. He's
Oh,
back.
he's back. Hey,
He's
listen, I was scared when he kicked was it like the first one? Because it just went
That
in.
was so close,
And I
man.
was saying, I heard this. I don't know. I wouldn't know. But I heard that a kicker can be great. But if his head, like just say he screw up like 3 straight times,
Yeah.
his head will go permanently sometimes. He just start missing. So
Mhm.
I was like, please, when he barely made, I was like, dog, please don't let this happen to my man. But he's back on track. Cool is
Yeah.
back, baby.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, so he hits the long one, hits it from 40, 17-17. That was huge, man. Going into halftime,
Yep.
like, they could have went the opposite way, and it didn't. In the third quarter, we come out, Bears go 3 and out. So probably should have had the sack, but gets away,
Mm-hmm.
knocks him. The pass gets knocked down by Walker, and then Falcons possession. West when Pitts gets hurt, so Marcus makes a good throw to Pitts, takes the helmet right into. I couldn't tell if it was the thigh or the knee at the
Or the
time.
knee, yeah.
But it was definitely looking at it again. Eddie Jackson put his knee right on
Dog,
the
he a
helmet right
tough
on his
dude.
freaking knee, man.
He a
Yeah,
tough dude because I'm gonna tell you, he was really in pain. But for everybody watching and for the dude that hit him, he got up, he jumped up, shook it off, and ran up. I'm like, dog, you ain't got a front for me. He got over to. I'm telling you, when he got over to that sideline, he was like,
yeah,
because it looked like he was in pain. He couldn't even stand up when it first happened. So he was
yeah,
just trying to show everybody like I'm Kyle Pitts, but
yeah.
he was hurt.
Watching the replay, you could tell that kind of hyperextension. I was like, yeah, this
Yeah,
is
yep,
probably a sprain of some sort. I didn't. I was hoping to God it wasn't an ACL because you don't see guys just hop up and jog off on an
right,
ACL.
right.
But either way, MCL is probably the better of the possibilities that could have came out of
Mm.
that. So, um,
I really hope you come back, buddy. I really would like to see you before the year's over.
yeah, for sure. But that's anyway. He gets hurt on that one, and then we call a 3rd and 9 screenplay to CP, which went nowhere. Which I didn't. That was
Mm-hmm.
the only play calls. Like, yeah, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And then the Bears next possession, Grady and AK get it, basically combine for a sack, and then the Bears punt. Falcons get it back. Pruitt with a nice catch and run, who came in to fill in for Pitts. And he ended up running over Eddie Jackson at the end of that run. So I felt kind of good about that. I was like, yeah, there you go. Like, I think he
Yeah,
kind of knew that. He was like, you know what,
yeah.
take my tight end out. I'm like,
Payback.
yeah, exactly. And then 3rd and 8, just not a good throw from Marcus. Got a roughing call, which was completely garbage. But
Mm-hmm.
we'll take it because hey,
Yep.
we've been screwed on those multiple
Yep.
times, so we'll take it. I mean, that was not a roughing at all. I mean, but whatever. And then Marcus dives into the end zone. Great decision to keep and run, and he took
Yeah.
a shot himself. Looked like to the
Mm-hmm.
ribs, probably.
And
But
look, I think he hurt somebody else when he did. I said,
he did.
"Damn, go ahead, Mike." He jumped right into somebody and hurt the dude. I said, "Go ahead, Marcus."
He did, man. He did. In the fourth quarter, you could tell Justin was getting tired, man. Like you
Yeah.
could just tell his body language, his running, like all, and going into the game, they even we talked about it on the preview show, man. Like he had said after last week, he had dead legs, man. Like his legs
Yeah.
felt heavy. He was getting a lot of work on the from the trainers during the week. Wasn't doing a whole lot of running, but I mean, I think up before the game, he had 102 or 104 attempts this year already.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so theoretically on pace for 200 or so. That's a lot, dude, on a quarterback.
Yeah. And
Like,
I'm gonna
I
tell you,
mean,
his legs gave out. Like his leg, like you could. It would. I didn't know. I said, man, this dude is exhausted or he hurt.
yeah,
And I think it was both because I think his like legs was hurt and something
sh-
happened with his shoulder.
yeah,
So he
obviously.
was exhausted and hurt, and they didn't. But I get like the backup was over there. He was like warming up, but like
Mhm.
the game was on the line. So I get you leaving him in, but don't call a run. You gonna get him. And you remember Robert Griffith? That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
don't hurt your quarterback, especially when who know. I always think about that. Who man? If we got to see RG3. I just want to see what that could have been if
Mhm.
because the boy had a rocket launcher and was fast as hell.
Yeah.
I feel like that got taken from football because who knows what that could have been. I don't want
Yeah.
to see that happen to Justin.
Yeah, and I don't know what the conversations were on the sideline, but if that's me and the season that the Bears are having, I pull him, man.
Yeah,
I'm
pull him.
pulling him.
Yeah,
Like, what does it matter at this point? Like,
his hurt. Yeah,
he clearly hurt. I mean, like he
yeah.
was something going on. So let's jump back in the chat real quick, then we'll finish up the game, the quarter recap. Joel,
Joe,
what's up, buddy? Joel says, "What's up,
happy
guys? I
Dub
made it to the
Mondays.
stream." Yep, yes, sir. 95 North Falcons
Fuck,
talk show. What's
fuck
up, buddy?
smash
Good to
that
see you,
like
man. This is
button.
my boy Alberto. We were talking on Twitter. Folks, smash that like
Alberto.
button and support these brothers. Much respect to you both. Continue grinding. We will collaborate soon. Yes,
We
sir. Looking
will,
forward to that,
buddy.
man.
We will. Smash that like button.
Looking forward
You
to it.
heard him. You heard him. He
God,
cool
Joel said
now.
he cool now. Exactly.
You're
Exactly.
damn
Nice work.
right.
Nice work. Big Pop.
Big Pop.
What's going on, buddy? 95 North said, "Do y'all think it would be smart to bring Pitts back, or are you sold on what Arthur preaches as being the thick of things?" I mean, I think it kind of depends on where we're at. I mean, if we're theoretic, I mean, it just depends, man. If the next 4 weeks we goes well and we're literally in this division race, I'm kind of on the fence. I mean, I don't. If he's a fully back and recovered and he's can move on it with no issue whatsoever, cool. I don't want to see him risking it though. Personally, like if
I'm the
they're,
same way.
yeah, I
I'm the
don't.
same way. I think if it's fully back, he at full speed. I say you bring him back, especially because he my fantasy tight end. But I mean, not even as a risk. If it's bothering you at all, you out for the season. It's not
Yeah,
even worth it.
no, not 100%. And yeah, as far as you're buying what Arthur preaches, being thick of things. I mean, technically we are. I mean, Arthur's not going to say anything other than that. We just know
Hmm.
that by now. He's gonna say that. We're, and we are. I mean, by record. I mean, but Tampa Bay's looking better. And everything.
We
And
in the thick of things.
I'll technically, yeah. I mean, it's just
Technically.
our depth is just, the thing is, here it is though. I mean, we rumbled to the last possession with the Bears.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
mean, it's yeah. I don't know. It
And we
just kind
seem
of
to
is
do
what
that
it is.
with everybody. I
Everybody.
don't know a game where we
The
dominate like just
the
4 quarters.
49ers game was the
We beat
only
the shit out
outlier.
somebody.
Yeah, the 49ers game was the only outlier. We literally put together like 4 great
Yeah.
quarters of football,
Yep.
and still that was helped by 3 huge drops that I'll keep going back to,
That's what I'm saying. Yep.
that could have changed the game. And I'll go back to this one. The Bears fan that's in here, Tegan, he said watching the game yesterday, the Falcons look solid, but it's going to be hard for them to beat Tampa. That defense is tough, even with Brady having have a down year. Yeah, I mean, and they look better now. I mean, they're still not,
Mhm.
but yeah, that team's just deeper than we are. They're more talented than we are. It just kind of is what it
Yeah.
is at this point. Big Pop said Marcus almost hurt himself too, slow to get up. Yeah,
And
yeah, he
that's what I
was.
said. I don't know if he was watching Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. He tried to do Mortal Kombat on somebody in the end zone.
Mm-hmm. Joel said Mike called it, and I wish I was optimistic.
I'm
Like
telling you, buddy. I always got faith in my boys, man.
Big Pop said the team we're playing next week is 1 game above us in the standings, so it's kind of must
And
win.
we will win. It's a must win, and we shall.
And that defensive line, we'll get into it on, by the way, guys, and we'll say it at the end of the show, but Wednesday, Mike and I are going to have the preview show, since
Yep.
Thursday's obviously Thanksgiving, so we're not going to be
Thanksgiving. Come
doing
party with
anything.
us for Thanksgiving on Wednesday, man.
That's right. Wednesday we'll have an early show, so it'll be like, I don't know, what we say, Mike, 2 o'clock, 3
Yeah,
o'clock, something like
we'll
that.
do it early.
So we'll get it out there early. So we'll talk some more about the Commanders coming, but that's going to be a tough matchup. That's definitely going to be a tough matchup. They're playing well. They got a solid defensive line that we're going to have to. Our offensive line is going to be challenged, to say the least. So anyway, fourth quarter, you can tell Justin's getting tired. Makes a hell of a throw to Montgomery, his best pass of the game on the sideline. I mean, put the ball right where it had to be. And
I'm gonna tell you, he took advantage of Khalil Herbert being out because he's the You could tell he was like, I want my damn job back.
He
was doing his best.
Yeah.
He was doing his best. I would give him credit.
Yeah, he rumbled too. And I mean, Lorenzo Carter was in coverage on that play against Montgomery on that pass, and he defended it about as well as he could have. It was just a perfect pass. And then the scramble play, man, he scrambled for what seemed like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That was, and it was just, man, I mean, nobody could bring him down. It was ridiculous. And that was, he throws for a first on 3rd and 12. And that's, that shit that drives you nuts. That's like, dude,
infuriating. Yeah.
And then Montgomery ended up scoring after a holding call on AJ in the end zone. And that was also on a 3rd down, which also sucked.
And it wasn't holding, but
yeah, it was ticker tack by there. But that ended up being a tie game, 24-24. And then we got the ball back. Marcus takes off on a run, and he runs literally into the tackle. Like, I was like, dude, how do you not see the cut inside there? Like, your block is clearly setting up for you to not go to the outside. And he basically ran right into the guy. Like,
I don't know what he saw. I don't know.
No, he didn't. Nothing. He didn't see the right thing. He didn't. Yeah, he had no vision on that one. And then we went for it on 4th and 2, man. CP right up the middle, got it. A 2-minute warning at that point. 3rd and 7. Good throw to Oz, man. Like, Marcus went down the sideline and he just didn't see it. I guess he looked up and just didn't see it. But the ball wasn't a bad placement.
And it was Oz's fault. Because that ball, had he saw it, he could have. It was where it needed to be. I don't want to hear from y'all, and I'm not his fan, but that ball was right where it needed to be. He did not see it. That's completely on the receiver.
Yep, exactly.
And I love Oz. That's my man.
Yep, and then Koo hits it from 53, man, and we go up 27-24. Bears get it back. 2 fields runs, and he looked like he wanted no part of the running the ball.
Yeah,
like I felt so bad for him, man. Like, he kind of it's different speed. You could tell like he was tired as hell. he took a couple of big hits there too. And that second hit
Yep.
he took, he grabbed his shoulder again.
He just laid on the
Um,
ground. Yeah.
yeah, and then Jalen Dalton, like I said earlier in the show, bats the ball, Hawkins picks it, and then big run by Tyler. The only thing is he went out of bounds. He should have probably stayed in bounds
Yeah.
there, but
He'll know next time.
yeah, but still a good run that I
Yeah.
just pretty much iced it off, and 27-24. And actually, nothing that matters. That's the score I predicted, buddy. With JR, I said about 27-24.
That's
So
awesome.
how about that?
Yeah. Hey man, I gotta say this. There are certain teams that we play that I gain a respect for a play or two of the team. And I really do respect the Bears. I really think they rumbled. They gave us all we could handle. Justin gave it his all, man. That dude gave everything he had. He didn't have any more to give. He didn't. If he was a little more, he could have probably done something, but he gave it all. Man, Montgomery gave it all. Man, Mooney gave it all. Like the defense gave it all. Them boys came to play, and they gave us everything we could, but we gave more. Like I don't know what he's telling them players in the locker room, but the Falcons play harder than I've ever seen them play. I've been watching Atlanta since I was 9. I've never seen a team play this hard or this tough for 4 quarters. We have rumbled every game this year.
Yeah.
No, regardless of the score. If we was getting blown out, we was rumbling and we almost won. We brought it back. We rumble. And the backups rumble, the team rumble. Cause man, it's tiring when you play Justin. It's just the dude can run around. So that gotta be exhausting. But yet they kept coming. They kept coming and they kept getting there too. Because he was getting tired and they kept coming. And Dean Pease again, man. If I'm giving anybody a trophy, it's Dean Pease. There's no he just, man, so many coordinators have tried to slow that man down and without any success. And Dean Pease did it. And he was tired, so that helped. But Dean Pease did a great job.
Yeah, I mean he's rushed for like 150 plus yards over the last couple of games. So holding him to 85 was a win,
which was
what
damn
I mean?
good.
Yeah,
Especially in the second half. When you see what we did in the second half. And I know again, like I'm not saying we did it, he was tired, but that was Dean Pease' adjustment. That was all that pressure. It was times he was trying to run and got sacked or got hit.
Yeah.
Like we was getting back there, and I was like, how do we get pressure on you, but we can't get pressure on certain other people?
He was dialing up stunts that were getting in.
Yep.
Like he was mixing up.
He was
very
sending
well.
people like he
I
was
mean,
he was really he was using his mind and I thought it looked amazing. But them boys rumble. I gotta say that. But CP, man, I always say it, that's electricity. Man, there are players you need on the team for the skill set and players just for the type of person that they are. He's actually both of those.
Yeah.
Cause that's electricity. Yo, when I say that he juiced the team up. He do this every time he plays. He get the fans hype. He get me hype. It's electricity. He's the juice. He's the light switch. So with the kick return, when he fumbled, I said, this how good he is. I said, he gonna make up for that shit.
Yep.
Like I could see in his face. I said, he gonna make up for that shit. And on the next play, he touched the ball. He made up for it and was talking trash while he did it.
Oh,
Gotta love him.
Yeah, he said in the post game that was on his mind after that. Like he just wanted to get in there and get the ball as quickly as he could because he wanted to make up for it. And he said they kicked it to me, so
he went off with it. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. And I mean, going into the game, I mean, like I thought Fields was going to have a field day. I mean, like pun intended. I mean, like I thought he was going to get his, but I thought that that's why I predicted us to win. Though I thought he would keep him in it. You know what I mean? And but he couldn't do it by himself. So he needed to have more than just, himself. And I mean, luckily, we came out on top, but and it turned out actually that he has a separated left shoulder. I don't know if you saw that or not.
I know.
Or dislocated left shoulder, dislocated. So I mean, he was playing with that.
Playing through that. Yeah.
And
tough dude.
Yeah. And if I'm if I'm a Bears fan, like y'all got to stop doing that. Like
you can't.
You could have some design runs, but not as much. Like there's got to be some other options there, because that dude's not going to last, man. He's just not going. That offensive line and play calling's not doing him any justice whatsoever. Jolt said we need to destroy Henneke. Man, that dude's playing on fire right now, man.
Yeah. Hey man, if you like football, then you like him. He is football. That dude is fucking
we're
It's just
getting
a
ahead of
dope.
ourselves here with the Commanders, but I mean, Rivera said it's his job to lose. So I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
he's in
If
there now.
you
He's
if
it.
you like the sport of football, then you like him. He is. Yeah, just the whole story is cool.
Yeah, Big Pop said, "Man, we could have had about 7 sacks
No,
if we
we
could
was
tackle."
back there though.
Yeah,
Big Pop.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying. We was Dean Pete. We was on his ass. He was rushing throws. He didn't know.
yeah.
Like he would try to run. It was somebody coming. He'd turn around. It was somebody coming. I said, man, we look good. We look real good.
Joel said, "Definitely they came to crash our party for sure, but the first half looked
Yeah.
ugly for the Falcons." Yeah, it did. I mean, like, it was, that was what was so important for us to get the ball back, kick that field goal, and tie it up going into half because
Yep.
it just changes the whole
It does.
changes
The whole
everything going.
spirit.
Yeah.
He said when he fumbled, he looked pissed and he came back and met. I saw it in his face. I said, he go, I'm telling you, he looked so mad. I said, he gonna make a face shit.
Mhm.
Next play. He wasn't doing much stunts until AJ got back. Pease is more aggressive with him on. Yeah, because he can be.
Yeah.
Great point. Great point, Bob.
100%, man.
Yeah.
100%. Because he's
Great point.
AJ is so important, man, to the run game. We talked about in the run defense even.
Mm-hmm.
He'll come up, hit guys. He's
Yep.
like he's just, it's just it's when you got a guy like that, man, like it's just like having Pitts on offense. Like you just having him on the field changes a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's gonna suck trying to, you can't replace Pitts, but you're gonna have to amend your play calling to fit
Yeah.
what we can do now with what we're going to have. But kind of is what it is there. Looking at PFF, man. Start with the defense. Michael Walker was number 1 with 77, which I didn't think Michael Walker had a great day, to be honest.
I was gonna say
I
I
thought
wouldn't think he was number
but,
one.
PFS kind of just it's kind of I'm not sure, their metrics are kind of all over the board. He had a 72 in run defense and a 70 in coverage and a 57 in tackle. So I don't know. Isaiah Oliver, 76.8, Richie Grant, 71.3, Jalen Hawkins, 70.5, and Rashawn Evans, 69.7. That rounds out your top 5 right there. Darren Hall, rough day, man. 69 total snaps. He was the worst rated. He had a 43.2. Darren Hall had a tough day. And it says Grady, 44.4.
I don't know how they got that either.
Yeah, I thought Grady had a pretty good day, but it's still kind of they are what they are. Then offensive wise, Chris Lindstrom, man, it continues to be just a beast. 95.5, 93 in run blocking, and he just destroys people. Like he gets to the second level of defense so easy.
Position in the league,
I think so.
Yeah, I do think I'm starting to wonder. I don't want to say because it seemed like I'm biased. I'm just saying it because he's a Falcon, but I'm trying to think. He might be. He might be the best in the league at that position.
Yeah, we see it every week, man. In pass blocking, he had 85. Drew Dahlman, surprisingly, 86.4, which I thought he had a pretty good day too. He got beat a few times, but he had a pretty good day. Cordero Hodge, only had 6 snaps. Caleb McGarry at 82.9, better than he did against the freaking Panthers. So, Jake Matthews, 82.9, and Kyle Pitts before he went out, 79.6. So, I mean, and then Chuma, we didn't talk about that, but Chuma Edoga got the start at left guard, which has been a revolving door. He did okay. He had 77.8. I mean, I think he had a holding call or something like that. I mean, actually, he had the hands of the face, but it wasn't terrible. And looking at the stats, man, like they held the ball for 11 more minutes than we did.
Yeah, I believe it. All them damn runs, I believe it.
Yeah, the runs and extending the plays, and I mean, our defense had to be gassed early in that game in the first half, but overall, I mean, total yardage was damn near the same. They had 288, we had 280. Both had 10 drives. Passing, they had 128, we had 131. Marcus was 13 for 20. And then rushing, they had 160, we had 149. We had 33 rush attempts, they had 41. So, I mean, they had 7 penalties for 56 yards. We only had 2 for 13, so we're disciplined again. That was nice. And Marcus, I think, I think technically with the kneel downs had 13 rush attempts, but he ended up having, I think, 10, which was the same as CP. Or I think CP had 10. So, I mean, he actually was tied for the team lead in rushing yards.
No,
so,
I think
rushing
he did
attempts,
well. And what we said we needed him to do is just them short throws.
Yeah.
Like, that's all we need you to do, bro. And you see we won. You see we won again, like, because it's just, if he throws an interception or 2, then we don't win the game. If he mishandles a snap, and like the Bears grab the ball, then we don't win the game. So them little plays where he will fuck up and spaz out, like he didn't do that this game, and we ended up winning the game. That's all I want him to do. So when y'all hear me drag him like that, I'm saying competent. All you got to do is this right here. Still, what
Yeah.
he didn't have a great game, but just be competent, and we can win.
Yeah,
And you seen that we won the game. I don't know how we won that game. I say that's Dean Pease because I didn't. I'm always faithful that we'll win, but I knew what feels. If y'all watch the boy last 2 games, he been setting records. Like the last 2 games, he done set records. So I thought, well, the third game, shit, boy, you on a roll, ain't you? And we dominated them, to be honest, in that term.
Oh yeah, and I'll happily eat crow. I mean, like I said, I thought he was going to come in and run and just have it, like I said, have his day out. Like I still thought we'd come out on top because again, I just thought didn't have a whole lot around him. But I mean, we pretty much held him in check, and you could just tell like that those last few games playing on, wearing on him, and then it just continued to wear on him throughout the game because we just kept hitting him and hitting him and hitting him. And that just, I mean, those add up, man. By the end of the game, whether you're a running back or quarterback or whatever. And then on our side of the ball, man, like our running backs, man, they all deliver punches, man, all of them.
Yeah.
Like Tyler, CP, like they're going to deliver the hit first. Like nobody's going to come up and tag them. Like they're the ones doing the tagging.
Even Caleb
too. Yeah.
Dog, I was thinking to be on the defense that wears you out, and they all fresh because it ain't just one of them. So they getting some rest, then coming back at full speed, and you keep getting hit like that, and you a linebacker or that, like it'll take a toll on you when you start. What prime time you say? He said, make a business decision. If you get out the way, like he made a business, and you start making business decisions. Like, man, look, I can't take another one. I'm gonna just fall at his legs, and so everybody appears like it appears to everyone as if I tried, but I don't want this contact.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm gonna tell you, they look like Tyler, man. If just go back and see them 2 runs, it wasn't amazing, but them 2 runs, it took damn near the team to get that boy down, and he did not drop. I love it.
Yeah, and I mean they, they're leaving Tyler in a lot on passing downs because of the pass protection. I think he's better at it than CP is, and
That's crazy, right?
Yeah, and Caleb's not great at pass protection.
Yeah,
so like that's why if he's in there, he's probably running the ball more than likely. It's just, I mean,
I'm gonna tell you what I love about him. He hit the hole with full speed, like he's going 100 to like top speed at somebody, like wrecking
100%.
ball.
Yeah.
All of them like that though. They all like wrecking balls, but they do different things. Like I love them boys.
Yeah, and it was good to see, like you said, you mentioned Marcus. I mean, it was good to see him rebound from that terrible game in Carolina. I mean, we gave him a bunch of shit about that game. Everybody did. I mean, just wasn't trying to play hero ball, making stumping out of nothing. It seemed like, I mean, just it was good to see him just be calm and make some throws they needed to make, and not be stupid.
You want to hear some funny shit? I was watching the game. I had just so I had my head turned and I have the game on. It had just started, and I turned to look at the game, and I saw him, and for some reason I thought it was Ritter. So I was like, "Oh shit! Oh, it's up!" Like you should have seen my reaction. I was like, "Oh, they doing it! Oh, they doing it! Oh, they didn't even say nothing to nobody." And then when I looked at the jersey, I was like, "Oh, that's him."
You know what's funny is I don't know if you heard. Because Daryl Johnson moose earlier in the game, right when the game started. Did you hear? Like, I mean, it seemed like I guess in their interviews this week with the coaching staff, like Arthur apparently told him that Desmond's been 1 play away from starting all year long.
He did say that, yep.
And that they didn't bring in an aging quarterback to back up Marcus because they had all the faith in the world in Desmond. So like he hadn't come out and really said that to our media. You know what I mean? Like he's always just. Like anybody ask him about Desmond, he's like, "Oh well, all of our rookies, all of our young guys." Like he never just will give any praise straight to Desmond.
And 2 is when I thought. So I heard that when I had I thought he was starting. That's why when I heard that and looked, I said, "Oh, that's Desmond." And I was like, "Oh, he didn't even tell nobody." Like it was at the last minute type thing. I got so hyped, man, and I looked and said, "Oh, that's Marcus," but he won, so I have no problem with Marcus.
Yeah. I mean,
not this week.
Right. And I mean, it's like they asked Marcus, after the game, how he handled the week. It's been a tough couple of weeks, and he's such a pro, dude. Like he really is. Like I admire the guy for just taking the
Mhm.
hits that he's taken, whether it be in social media or just in general. Like, like he knows to put that shit out. Like, don't even look at
Yeah.
it. But he's the type of guy you can tell that like he gets in his head, man. Like he literally
Mhm.
he's just those type of people that can just kind of like shake it off and not like my kid, like, dude, like Liam, it's amazing. Like when he's pitching, like he's
Mhm.
one of the kids, like nothing affects him. Like the other
Yeah.
team can be screaming at him, it just pisses him off, but makes him want to go, makes him want to strike you out even
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
If he's having a bad day, he'll just, either he'll figure it out or he just doesn't let anything get to him. And there's other guys, there's other kids that'll be, you can tell on their face immediately something goes wrong. It's like, oh
Yeah.
shit.
It's
And
bothering. It's weighing on them.
yeah, and that's, I mean, and that's, I told him, I was like, dude, that's great. You have that kind of, like, that wasn't me, dude. Like I was
Yeah.
a more emotional type when I played sports. Like I was like, if somebody fouled me in basketball, like I'm fouling his ass back and probably
Yeah.
getting thrown out of the game. Like I had a really hot temper, man. Like when I
That was
played.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, he's totally different, which is awesome, but, I mean, you could just tell Marcus, like, he's got that type of mentality, which is, you respect it because it means a lot to him, like, he
Mhm.
wants to do the best he possibly can, and he's just limited by his own ability, that's all it
Mhm.
is. Like,
Mhm.
it's just, some guys are what they are. He's not a
Mhm.
top tier quarterback, that's fine. It
No.
is what it
Yeah.
is. I mean, he's not gonna
Mhm.
be. I don't expect him to be. Like, I expect him to, I hope, not lose us games, keep us in games, and get us, if we can, to the playoffs this year. Great,
Mhm.
I mean, if not, I mean, there's no way he's starting next year. I just think
Oh
that's
no.
not
Yeah.
possible. I mean,
Yeah.
because you look at our buddy on Twitter, was it Daniel Flick? He posted Drake stats for the year, and basically he leads the Falcons in targets with 65, receptions with 39, yards with 409, receiving touchdowns with 4, and receiving first downs with 25. Um, all of those are kind of low numbers,
That
but
shouldn't be leading. I was just say it shouldn't lead.
imp so it's kinda like it's a double edge. It's like it's a kind of an indictment on Marcus, like, that's
Mhm.
but it's also an indictment on the play calling because we're not,
Mhm.
we're definitely a run first team. But that just goes to show you, man, like that the dude, like Drake's gonna be just fine. Like
He'll be
I
fine.
think we
Yeah.
made a good pick there. Like the
Mhm.
dude, his mentality, his head's in the right place. He's not whining about not getting the ball.
Mhm.
Nothing like that. He's, he blocks when he needs to. I mean, like just and with a better quarterback, I think he's really gonna
Mhm.
shine, man. But yeah, I mean, overall though, I mean, like I said, this Washington team is gonna be a lot tougher matchup because
Mhm.
we're gonna have to get the ball out really fast because
Yeah.
with
Oh,
Deron
they coming.
Payne and Montez Sweat and Chase Young got activated today,
Mhm.
so you're gonna have his ass coming out this off the edge. I mean, like our
Out of
tackle,
all
like,
games he get activated for, it
of
will be
course, yeah,
ours.
and McGarry, man, like, dude, like, he can't stop a speed rush to save his life.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, he's gonna be challenged
Yeah.
badly this game. So, like, I'm really interested to see if these guys step up or not because 'cause I'm still not sold on bringing McGarry back at all.
Yeah.
But, you know, we'll see. We'll pop back in the chat. Let's see. Joel said if we play a little more clean to the Commanders, we're beating them. We're gonna have to, yeah.
There you go, Joe. I
Gonna
love
have
it,
to.
buddy.
He threw a nice ball to Oz, and Oz didn't
Oz
see the
did,
ball.
and
Yeah.
I love Oz. He'd never make mistakes. He is Mr. Reliable, but his head was in the clouds. I don't know what he was looking at.
Yeah. Yeah, that was just he didn't get it around quick enough. And as far as, overall in the defense, man, like I said, we mentioned Walker. He's kind of just fallen off. Like Evans Evans makes a lot of Evans reminds me a lot of the guys we've had over the years. He makes a lot of tackles because he's the guy there. Like he's
Mhm.
got good pursuit, doesn't always take the best angles.
Mhm.
Not really good in coverage. I think he's just kind of feeling a need right now.
Mhm.
But overall, man, like Evans, Walker, um, haven't been great. I mean,
No.
I think Troy, of course, has been up and down. So I'm not going to be as hard on him because this is rookie season, and I'll give Michael this too. Like he's played, well, isn't this his third position he's played outside,
Mhm.
inside, and now, like, he's got so I mean, I'm not he hasn't had one off season where he knows, like, okay, I'm going to be this position. Like, so
Yeah.
maybe that's part of it too. I don't know. I mean, it's because he has sparks where you're like, oh shit,
He got spots where he looked
that's the
great.
guy. And then there's other times you're like, why? Like I said it
Mhm.
before in the show, like he reminds me of like you're playing Madden and he literally just does what the play says. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like he'll go to
No
where he's
matter
supposed
what.
to go and like doesn't adjust to the play
Yeah.
sometimes. Like it doesn't, yeah.
Somebody going
That's
over, he's still going left.
yeah,
Somebody running up the side. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's the only thing.
No, I think he seems overwhelmed at times, man. He seemed like he have it all together sometimes, and then it look great.
Yeah.
And then it's times he look overwhelmed, completely overwhelmed, man. And
Hmm.
it's kind of hard to watch.
Agreed.
Carter
And
too.
yeah, yeah. But you know what though? I like Lorenzo. I
Yeah,
think
I do too.
I think if we, depending on what we do in free agency, which by the way, the Bears are going to have about 90 million to spend as well.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to be fighting them for
Yeah.
free agents as well. I mean, and not that, I mean, offensive line, unfortunately, going into next year, of course, like we're not going to have, of course, the year we'd have much money to spend, the offensive line, free agents is like, it's like the middle of the road.
That's crazy,
So,
right?
I mean, there's definitely places we need to make some changes to an upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think there, we stick with, obviously Lindstrom's not going anywhere,
Mm-hmm.
Jake's not going anywhere. He's getting older, so we got to start thinking about that. But he's not
Yeah.
going anywhere. Dahlman, I'm not sure they're sold on him yet or not. He's got good
Yeah.
games and bad games, but he's not been terrible. Left guard, we got to do something with, and right tackle, we got to do something with. So, I mean, whether that's through the draft or not, we just got to make a change to it. Um, but who knows, man? And then looking at Twitter, we had a question on Twitter actually. Big
What's
Dirty
up,
Bird fan.
Twitter?
Yeah, man. So this is at Beckett Hits. He was trying to watch on Twitter. He said it was he said there's nothing on the video. I guess he was trying to make a comment or something. I told him that YouTube was a better option for that. but yeah, if you're listening, man, go subscribe on YouTube, and that's much easier. He
And you
said,
can comment as much as you want, buddy.
absolutely. But he did tweet us. He said, "Do you mind answering this question though? Do you believe we'll make moves in the off season?" Oh yeah, we're making a lot of moves in the off season.
We gonna look. Hey, look, man. I know I'm not supposed to say. I'm gonna sign that quarterback, so I will be in for the season next year. Now I might. Wait, here's what I'm saying. If like okay, Ritter come in and he shit the bed, it'll be me. So that's you want him to play good because I can't see over the line. So I'm just throwing up Hail Marys every play. So you want Ritter to play good, buddy. But no, man, we got so much money. We gonna spend. We gonna have some new talent as far as next year. So that's what my only thing with y'all with the coaching is. I blame the coaching for he done some wild shit you can't explain. The chewing styrofoam thing I was telling y'all about, but you won't be able to fully judge the man. You can judge on one, or you can judge on the man on year two. The true judge will be year three. You
Yeah,
won't have an excuse that you didn't, the players were still coming along, that you couldn't get who you want. You have no excuses next year. Then you get to see. But I think he'll do good when he get to, I think he got a vision and he don't have the talent to put a vision off yet. I think
yeah. I
when
mean,
you give him who he wanna go get, especially a decent quarterback, just imagine all the games we would won, what our record may be if we had a good quarterback, like a
yeah,
good quarterback. We would be one of the best teams in the NFL right now, and that's with a shitty defense. So
yeah. And
we're
I
gonna
saw, I
spend some
saw
money.
I saw Arthur made a reference to the defense a few weeks back. He said something about like, because I think who in the media asked him about having the worst ranked pass defense, and he brought up the Patriots, I think from 2012. Who's like, he said, well, they had the worst rated defense, and they went to the Super Bowl, which is kind of a bad comparison because they also had prime Tom Brady.
Yeah,
That's kind of a big difference there. You can't
yeah,
really leave that part out. Like,
mhm.
I mean, dude, the year we went to the Super Bowl, we
Yeah,
had a bad overall, like numbers wise, wasn't a good. But we made turnovers when we needed to. Like
mhm.
we would take the ball away that year with Dan Quinn's defense. Like
Yeah,
we did, but numbers wise, we gave up a lot of yards and a lot of points,
mhm.
but we just scored more with Kyle Shanahan. That was the thing.
Yeah,
So like,
yep,
you can get away with it, but you have to have an offense that can score points. And by the way, I mean, you take away that kick return, we only scored 20 points
yeah, yep,
on offense. So I mean, like, and we haven't scored. I mean, we've only scored over 30 once this year.
yeah.
So I mean, like, that's the offense. It's it's got to get better passing wise. It just has to, because there's
Man, I
no
feel like it
way
will.
that
I feel like it will because even to get in the high 20s with him at your quarterback, you're doing something right. And I just think if you run like that and you throw off play action and your quarterback is good, he had a lot of throws for this year. If at like the end of this year, if please can somebody do a compilation of all the throws he missed, you will be
Yeah.
able to see touchdown after touchdown, and that was 7 more points, and that would have got us a field goal, and that was 7. He missed a lot of points, but we would have won games if
Yeah.
he hit a throw. If he got a first down, we could have ran the clock out. There's a bunch. So I'm
Yeah.
saying if you got a good quarterback, we have an amazing record right now. I'm not saying we undefeated right now, but we have one of the best records. Just look at all the games we lost by just a score or something. We would have won those games, and imagine what our record would be. So
Yeah.
with a competent quarterback. So just imagine if we get. I don't want to speculate. But we will get a good quarterback.
Yeah, whether it's Ritter or whatever. I mean, and then
Yeah.
this, the other moves, like, I mean, if
And
I'm not
imagine if we don't need the quarterback. If we got
that's the
rid of
thing.
when we could
Yeah.
keep the quarterback money and spend it on other things. That's why I hope Desmond get in and get to play and does well. Imagine if we don't have to go spend it on Lamar Jackson or not. We could just do Ritter and we could spend it on the offensive line and who know and defense.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, see, that's what made me feel good about hearing what Moose said at the beginning of the game too. Because, like, okay, well, if you are that confident in Desmond,
yeah.
maybe you don't care if you see him this year. Maybe you just think that he's going to be the guy. You've seen
For
enough
next year.
to say
Yeah,
that,
that's true.
okay, well,
That's a great point.
he's going to be our guy then. And if that's the
Yeah.
case, great. If you're that confident, then let's ride with him. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but if we don't, and I don't know that, if we don't bring back Mariota, then that's another 10, I think another 10 million, so, or 9 million. Either way, if we don't bring back Mariota, that would be around $90 million to spend. If we do, it's about 80 million. So I do think he would be helpful to have around for Desmond. If they don't have him, they're gonna have to bring in another quarterback to back up Desmond, hopefully a veteran. So I don't know what they're gonna do at that point with the quarterback. But I mean, dude, yeah, we're gonna have to make moves. We're gonna get a lot of guys have said it online, but I would love Deron Payne, man, next to Grady. If he's a free agent, I mean, because I watched him for years at Alabama, and then watching him what he's doing at Washington. He's a force, man. If we could get his ass, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
And then, we got to make some upgrades to the linebacker core. I think we got to make some upgrades to the offensive line. So, and of course, there's the draft. I mean, we're gonna have another first round pick. So, I mean, we'll see what happens.
Saying, man. We're gonna be good next year. I cannot wait till next year. I'm happy for this year. I'm still enjoying it, but you will it'll be the peak of you being a fan when you see next season all the people we draft and we got all this money. Ride the lightning, say God bless the ATL. You Romans.
We love Chargers fans, man. I tell you what. After doing those shows with the Bolt Bros, man, like it seems like
Bolt Bros, man, I had a blast with them dudes. I love the Bolt Bros, man.
It's like we've adopted the Chargers as our AFC team because of those.
We
guys.
Really have.
And I think they adopted us as their NFC team because of us. I think it's just kind of how it worked out.
As I'm saying, so we watch each other now. Like we watch the Chargers again, and they watch the Falcons. It's cool.
Yeah, man. And Jolt said, I think responding back to Twitter, the real gang is that's right. The real gang is in YouTube. That's right.
You got to go to YouTube, man. Especially if like Elon take Twitter. I don't know what they doing over there.
Yeah, who knows, man. Ryan Lightning said Justin Herbert with the Falcons would be epic. Just saying, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, if y'all want to send him on over, then we'll be happy.
But the Bolt Bros would cry to sleep.
Yes, he would.
They would cry themselves to sleep.
And Joel said, so let's say we start Ritter next year. Are we taking MM1 or are we getting a new backup? Yeah, it's kind of what we were just talking about. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think, like I said, I think having it's just I'm
gonna be honest.
$9 million
is
an expensive
keep him
backup.
On the team if it's his team. If he got the locker room and you trying to transfer it to you can't have him there still because it's his team. I don't know if y'all recall Steve Smith. He's a played for the Panthers. He was a receiver beast. When Cam came in, it's really Steve Smith team. Now you don't like. How do you do that? Like, so they gotta get rid of somebody. Somebody gotta go when it happened. I don't think he could stay and be a backup if he got the locker room. You kind of gotta leave and let him start with his own thing with the locker room.
And devil's advocate is, all the players, professionals, they understand this is kind of what's coming, and they're gonna. They probably all respect Desmond as well. So they
hope
might,
so, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like best case scenario, like,
yep.
We get it, man. Like, let's let Desmond ride. And Joel said he's a solid backup, to be honest. Yeah, he is. I mean, like that's I don't know. Like I'd have to see what the going rate is for backups in the NFL. I think I mean $9 million sounds kind of high to me.
Yeah.
But maybe it's not. I don't know. But I'd have to look on Spot Track.
Man, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think he should play in the sport anymore. I think you came back
You're
and you
crazy.
gave your best shot and it was average at best. I think when you get to see this whole tape, it'll be average at best, like right along the average line. So you could be a backup. But I
Oh
doubt
yeah,
if the teams around the league, if they see your whole tape, I doubt that any team in the league would say, I need him on our team to be our backup quarter. But he can run. He can run really good. That's the only thing about Mike. He can run really good. And he's
yeah,
great at that read option. So if you're a team that do that, but just that throwing of the ball, man, I do not trust this dude throwing the ball. And he is the quarterback, which is a problem.
yeah. I mean, and that's he's got his
But just
obvious.
a great person. That's why it's kind of hard to talk shit about him. I feel awful every time I do it. Because it's a great
Joel
person.
laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, man. I
Yo, man,
mean,
I'm laughing. No, it's just I feel awful because he seems to be a wonderful when everybody's saying that you're a great person, it's true. Because
yeah,
that's hard. when everybody's agreement, you're awesome, you really are awesome. So it make me feel bad sometimes, but the truth is the truth. There are some hideous girls who got a heart of gold. And still ugly.
yeah.
It
Good
just
point.
feel bad to say when it's a good person.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah. I mean, he's got his clear deficiencies that everybody can see. It's
Mm.
the deep ball and
But he
everything. I
could
mean,
be a backup.
but oh yeah, no, of course. I think he could. The quarterback play in general is so bad around the league. To be
It
honest,
really is, man.
I mean, he can. Yeah, I mean, he's not going anywhere. If you're somewhat competent, then you can.
Mhm.
I mean, you see what Zach Wilson did this week against the.
Yeah.
I mean, that on that
Uh,
Jets game.
man,
What
Imma
the?
tell you who I got faith in for the year after this one. It's Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence gonna be that dude, man.
Yeah,
Trevor Lawrence coming along. If Justin Herbert goes anywhere, I pray it's the ATL. Yeah.
buddy.
Man, if
We
we
love
ever
you
play
guys.
the Chargers, I don't care. If we play them there, we coming. And if y'all play us here, then y'all gotta come here and we'll all get in the group. And
Oh yeah, we're all tailgating. Joel said, "All right, lightning. I like, bro. May God
God
listen to you.
listens to you.
Yes, we would gladly take him. Absolutely, man. Uh,
If y'all don't know who we talking about, go check the Ball Bros out because those are guys.
yeah, exactly.
Joe Gayman said, I agree, but we need more than just like another example as Darby here.
Yeah, you gotta love Frank Darby, but yeah,
I was gonna say I love Frank Darby though. I ain't
who
got
doesn't? He
nothing.
just
I'm never gonna bad mouth Frank Darby. You can't.
love the guy, but he haven't shown anything
Yeah,
for. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I
we
mean,
all
yeah,
love him.
he's a
We
great
love him.
preseason wide receiver, and he
Yeah, right.
he
Yeah,
brings a lot of energy. That's
yeah.
about all he
Just the
does.
energy. That's what I'm saying.
That's it.
Just for the fun.
Yeah, I mean,
He's the most fun one out of the
the
whole
man's living a
team.
dream. I mean, like he's gonna
Yeah,
dance and
he
be
really
happy. So
is.
fuck it, it's great. I'm all for it. All right, man. So we've talked about the game enough. You want to get to underrated, overrated?
Let's do underrated, overrated. You want to kick it off, or you want
Let's
to?
do it. I can do it. All right. So I already mentioned a little bit. Actually, I got two underrateds, sort of.
Okay,
And the
nice.
one's real quick because, and we talk about him, but man, Chris Lindstrom, man, is truly
Yes,
underrated. Like we talk about, but man, watch
no
some of
one
the
knows
all
about him, John.
22s, dude. But around the league, nobody knows who that is.
No one knows who
And
that is. I'm say if
no,
you said that name, they'd be like, "Who does he play for?" They don't know who it is.
no, but watch some of the all 22s, like like Steven does, and a
Mhm,
few other guys who Damsky does. That dude just clears the lane, man, on the right side. I mean, he makes up for some of McGarry's weaknesses. He makes up for some of
mhm,
Dahlman's weaknesses. Like he
mhm,
makes both those guys look better than they probably are.
mhm.
Like he's just. I mean, you see him get to the second level so easy, just throwing guys. Like
Yes,
he's
yes.
got bad intentions, man.
Yeah, he
And
does.
I just we got to keep him as long as he wants to be here. To
Pay
be
that
that
man.
13th pick, man, in the first. That's what you want out of a 13th pick in the first
Yep.
round. That's the best case scenario, man. That he comes out to be like that because you don't really see offensive linemen just boom right in the league and all of a sudden they're
No.
just like, damn, they're
Yeah.
really good. I mean, occasionally you have those guys, but man, he's been awesome.
He has.
Anyway,
No.
go ahead, buddy.
I totally agree. And the reason why I'm saying I agree with that is because man, y'all will hear that as a fan of our team and say, "Oh, he's not like underrated," because we know
Hmm.
around the elite they don't know who that is. They
And
don't know who that man is, and that he's extremely underrated. So I agree. I'm gonna
and
say
pro.
one. I got one.
Sorry, buddy. 1 second.
Yeah.
And Pro Bowl voting just started, so y'all go vote for that man. Get his ass in the Pro Bowl
Please
because
go
he
for. He
freaking
deserved
deserves
to
it.
go. He deserved to go.
That's right.
He deserved. If don't know why, I'll say this. Yeah, for this particular year, he should go one from the team. He's played
Absolutely.
better than anybody else on our
Absolutely.
team all season. The most consistent Falcon this year has been him. He's played better than anybody else. So if y'all go, I mean, by all means, you can go vote for who you want to vote for, but vote for him.
Hmm.
All right. I got one. Underrated, overrated. I want to say this. Underrated is that picking friends is a skill to be improved over time. It's a skill. When you're younger, you made your friends are made by who's in your neighborhood. You don't really pick. When you go to a job, the friends may be made, you're already there. If you went to like the army, your friends are there. But as you get older, and it's your choice who you keep around, it's your choice who you hang out with. You can choose who to answer the phone for. And I'll say this: uh your friends will make the difference in your life, because your friends can improve your life, and they could put you on to things that you didn't know about, places you would have never got to go, things you would have never saw yourself. Or your friends can get your ass killed. So that your friends will get your ass killed or sent to jail for 20 years. It all depends on what type of friends you're around. So trust me, be cautious of how you choose your friends, and the older you get, it should be improved upon. That is a skill. It's not just something that happened by choice, by chance. It's a skill to be improved as you age.
That's a great one, buddy.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, isn't it weird though? Like you have when you have friends as kids, and you feel like, man, we're gonna be friends forever.
Forever.
And then like 20 years old, you're like, oh, I remember that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fuck
Like,
'em.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's just it was weird because like now we're both 40, right? So it's
Hmm.
like, and you don't have kids, but like when you have kids, like everything changes too. So like you
Hmm.
used to just like we were like men and I were one of the last people to have kids of our group of friends.
Yeah.
So like we were like we had nothing to do anymore. People wouldn't go out with us, and we're like, what the fuck? Like
Yeah.
we want to go out and have a drink or dinner or a
Hmm.
movie, and they're like, "No, we got the kid." I'm like, "Fuck the kid, man, let's
Yeah.
go!"
Right.
Like, and I didn't understand because I'm just like, like we used to hang out and do stuff all the time. Now they're not
Yeah.
doing anything with us. And I'm like, what
Yeah.
the hell? And then we had Liam. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it now. Like you
Yeah. I get it.
literally like when you're working, all you want to do is spend time with the kid and like have
Yeah.
fun. And of course,
Mm.
you have your time, but I mean, like, and then when you don't have to have time with a kid, then you're just enjoying time by yourself for once. So
Yeah.
it's like
Right.
so
Right.
like your friend list like really shrinks,
Shrinks down.
but you
Yeah.
also find out like really who your friends are because
Yep.
like the ones that will still keep in touch with you and you still
Yep.
like like there's friends I have that haven't talked to in a year, but I can
Mhm.
text or call and we pick right up where we left off.
Same
You know what
here.
I mean? So it's
Yep.
like it's just yeah, it is what it is. And I mean, yeah, that's a good one, buddy. I like that one.
Mm.
All right, my next underrated man. So the World Cup just started today. The U.S. tied Wales 1-1. We almost got the win, man. Gareth Bale
Hey.
scored in the 90th minute to tie, so we ended up with a draw. But soccer, man, like, and I know soccer is like the most like love sport in the world, but it's
Mhm.
still not there yet in the United
It's
States just
not.
because of NFL, baseball, basketball. But dude, man, I wasn't a soccer fan either. Like I did not grow up
Mhm.
watching soccer, playing soccer, none of it. I hated it. I just thought it was stupid, didn't like it, too much running. The score 0-0. It was just boring as shit. Like I was like, this makes no sense. Why are you gonna have a game where you score 1 or 2 points?
Mhm.
So like 4 or 5 years ago, Liam really got into it. And he wanted me to get FIFA. So I got FIFA for him. So we started playing FIFA. I'm like, shit, this is fun.
I heard
And
that was
so
awesome.
yeah. And so then he was like, hey, let's go pick a team. Let's pick a team to watch. So we already had Atlanta United, right? So in 2017, that's when they started inaugural season. So we're like, all right, we got United for our MLS team, but MLS soccer is kind of like minor league baseball in
Mhm.
terms
That's
of the
what I heard.
world soccer. It's like it's not the most elite soccer. So we're like, you know what? Let's pick a Premier League team over there in England. So we'll pick because that's like the shit, like the top of the top. So
Mhm.
we just happened to turn on the TV. It was Chelsea versus Arsenal. So we're like Chelsea. That's it. Chelsea's gonna be our
Uh,
team.
Yeah.
So I started getting into it, man, watching it. Man, it is I have such a greater respect for that game overall and the
Mhm.
athletes and the guys who play it, the coaches. Like
Yeah.
there is so much like detail and intricacies that go into that game, man. I mean,
Mhm.
like just it's like it. I've never thought I'd sit there like glued to the TV for a 1-0
Watching.
game.
Yeah.
But like, just I got hooked, man. I did. I think if FIFA, and like I said, this is coming from somebody who literally wanted nothing to do with the sport for the
Yeah.
majority of my life, and then at 35, I was like, you know what, I'll give it a shot,
Mhm.
and I love it, dude. Like, it's became like one of my favorite sports to watch now. It's crazy. So, like in the
Man, I
U.S. at
really,
least, underrated is soccer.
man, I gotta watch it just because of the reaction. There are no better fans in the world. Like when
There's
they
some
are watching
crazy
that,
ass fans.
they are fucking insane. That there's no stadium like that. You can go
There's
any college football like it's not going to rival. Like I've seen the stadium collapse because the people was getting to like the stadium collapse. So
yeah.
they'll go ham. I really, so I'll be
There's
saying I just gotta watch one day. I gotta sit down and really watch a game.
Yeah, and you can't like FIFA helped us because it helped us learn kind of like Madden does. Like you get
Yeah.
kind of learn the setups, you learn like well, obviously what the rules are, all that. I mean, but like you learn more of the details about the game other than just kicking the ball back and forth. You know, what I mean, you
Mhm.
understand what the positions do, what this guy's supposed to be doing, what this guy's supposed to be doing. So it all just helps it make more sense. But yeah, man, there's places in England, there's places in South America, Mexico. You can't go to an opposing team stadium wearing
That's
those
what I'm.
colors because
That's
you might get
crazy.
your ass beat.
Get your ass beat and
Yeah,
stomped to
yeah.
death, damn near.
They've in England, they've had multiple times where they've had to have cops, and
Yeah.
whatever squad called in to have people just to leave the stadium. I
Yeah.
mean, like it's insane, man. It's
It
like
is
it
insane.
makes NFL fans look like a bunch of pussies, man.
Yeah.
Like just like I
Right.
mean, like it's wild. All right, man.
So
So go ahead.
all right, I got another one. I say underrated is my level of go US, go Mexico. I gotta see it, Joe. I will watch it one day. My Mexican ass is in it. I'm from Mexico City.
Oh,
I
that's
know
awesome.
that's what I heard. It get crazy in Mexico
Yeah,
City. I'm
man.
telling you.
Yeah, I
Man,
mean,
it's a 30 for like 30 on that. It's called the Two Escobars. You
yeah,
gotta see it. It's a 30 for 30 called the Two
dude.
Escobars.
There's been refs murdered in South America.
And that's what I'm saying.
It's
They
fucking nuts.
killed a ref.
It's fucking
Hey, I don't
nuts.
know that dude name because I forgot the dude who called the call on Grady Jarrett. If y'all
Oh,
want to get him
Booger.
next,
Jerome
but
Booger,
yeah,
yeah.
but please get him. But so my next one is man, underrated is my own stupidity. Okay. I really do like to think I'm a smart dude, and sometimes I do shit that is no explanation for. And I'm gonna tell you two of them I just noticed. One was I've been like I stretch. I stretch. If I don't even hit the gym, I ain't hit the gym in a while since my father passed away, but I stretch. So I've been stretching for years. I do these yoga stretches and shit. Do y'all know just last week I've had my dog for a year. Just last week I couldn't make this shit up. I turned to my dog and I thought it was the funniest shit. Like, look at him copy him. He must saw me do downward dog and he was copying me. And then it dawned on me, oh shit.
That's why it's called that.
Downward dog. This is where we get it from. And I was like, oh, I'm glad I didn't say that out loud to nobody. It was unreal. I said thought the dog was copying me. And then I got that's where they get their pose from. So that's number one. But then two, I'm
Hilarious.
gonna tell y'all what I've done twice. Is twice, two separate occasions at the same Starbucks. I pulled in and it always catch you off guard. Okay, I pulled in and I asked for my coffee, and when you go get your coffee and you pull up to the window where you got to pay, and you reach over to pay, and then the lady said, well, you don't have to pay because the person behind you has paid for your coffee. Oh no, the person in front of you has paid for your coffee. And both times I'm so jolted, Jolt Gaming, I'm so jolted, I'm like, oh. And you got like a split little second to think. And what you should do, what you're supposed to do, is keep this thing going by saying, okay, well, tell who behind me, And both times it's like I panicked and I'm like, oh shit, it's free. I got to get out of here before they notice. And both times I was like, yeah, okay, yeah. And I took the coffee and I pulled off. And the minute I pulled off, I'm like, that is fuck. Cause you don't know how long it was going. Cause you don't know if that was 3 hours and they staring at you like this black motherfucker. Like you never
Hey, man.
know if they thinking this dirty mother. Like, why couldn't you keep it going? Like you ruined it. And who
Yeah.
knows who started that? If that started like 3 hours ago and it was gonna go until you ruined it, because you look like the selfish person who's like, I'm getting some shit for free and I'm leaving. And that's not my intention. That's just how dumb I am, that I panic in a moment. I don't realize what's happening. I'm thinking, oh, who's flirting with me? Here's what I think. The girl in front of me saw me in the mirror, thought I was cute, and paid for my coffee as some type of flirtation.
Awesome.
So I'm like, who was it? And panicking. Oh, for real. And I'm getting the coffee. I pull off before I realized it was that pass it on kindness thing. Twice I've done that. So underrated my own stupidity. I'm sorry for the people behind me at Starbucks. I'm an asshole.
Two things. Moment of honesty here, because we tell the truth on this show, right?
Yeah.
So when that happens,
mine.
what happens to me is I take a little peek in the rearview mirror to see how many folks are in that car behind me.
If it's a full car, you just say thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm gonna go ahead and go. Because my coffee costs $4, man. I want to pay $35 for y'all.
Right. No,
I wasn't planning on coming here and spending all that money. I just wanted to get one coffee. You know what I'm saying?
I look at who in the car behind me. Hey, that's hilarious.
There's a little quick peek. Just just telling y'all out there. I mean, like, look, if you got money like that and you can just do that, hey, more power to you. I'm not going there trying to spend $35. So I'm just want one coffee.
Right.
I mean, if it's a couple of if it's a couple of, like, all right, 10, 12, all right, fine, I'll take care of it, And two, last week I was wearing an Alabama hat, and a dude in front of us had, like, you could tell, like, Alabama stuff on his truck, and he paid for hours with me and Amanda, and he told the attendant or the cashier lady at the window, he said, tell him, it's on me, and roll tide. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Hey, that's dope. Hey, that's so cool. Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
That's
all right, man.
cool.
All right. So anyway, now that I've gave y'all a tip, my overrated, man. I don't think I've done this one before. We've done so many. I don't think so. It just happened. It just pissed me off again today. So if I did, sorry. The automatic steering in a vehicle, man.
No, I don't think you did this one. No, you didn't.
Holy shit, man. Like, it's so, like, my car has got, like, it'll keep you, like, it'll move itself. Like, the steering wheel, like, will supposedly keep you in the lane and stuff like that. Man, there's times it'll just, like, jerk me to the left, jerk me to the right. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, if there's a car coming at me or something and it's, like, trying to take me right at it.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, this is supposed to be a smart system, like, here. I'm like, let me drive the fucking car. Like, I'm watching where I'm going. Like, trust me, I'm not asleep. Like, it's and you'll feel it, like, pull you to the left or pull you to the right, because it's supposed to, like, I mean, it's only up to a certain
cliff and
right. It's like it's up to a certain speed.
Yeah.
But, like, today it did it a few times. I was like, what the hell, man? Like, it almost drove me into the other lane. I'm like, nah, dude. Like, I gotta find a way to turn that shit off. Yeah, it's well intentioned, but I mean, damn.
Can you turn it off, or is it just?
I think you can. I hope you can. Yeah, and it's kind of like the other shit too. That the automatic braking stuff.
Yeah,
like mine is so sensitive. Like, it'll just slam on emergency brake for no damn reason.
Damn. Yeah.
And I'm like, I mean, like, all the safety stuff. I'm like, whatever, man.
It's good.
See, back in the seat,
Joel
and Joel said, I have to admit, I'm clumsy left like that. Yeah, I mean, it happens. Joel said there was a couple times I effed up with the
girls too. I'm trying to tell you, John is savage.
Hey,
you're not wrong.
Told you, man. It's gotta be honest. I mean,
you gotta be honest. It's out of your Falcon mind.
That's right. So anyway, that's all I got, buddy. All right,
I got one more, and it's overrated. It's you. It's you. If you can't hear me, it's you. I'm gonna tell you something. I have a lot of my friends are still single, right? People have asked me man, my take on this and my take on that, and if they should talk to this person or that person. I got a lot of girls friends that should try to show me this dude and shit. And I be telling them, like, if I could give them all one piece of advice, just a bland piece of advice that would apply to everyone, is lower your fucking number. And I mean, I don't mean at the thing you want from the man. So if you want a man to be a 10, or you want the girl to be a 10, I'm not even talking about that. I'm saying your number you rate yourself. Bring it down a notch. You people, I'm not being funny. You got young. We're fucking ugly. Okay. And most of us are fucking ugly, or we look regular. Like, I don't know where y'all got off just thinking that y'all was all models and all that. We ugly as shit. A lot of us are hideous, you know, but we just good people. So what I'm saying is this: is you can, if you
make a
hear
t-shirt.
huh?
Just make a t-shirt. We're all
No,
hideous, but just
a
good
lot of
people.
us are hideous. Listen, if you hear the way dudes, when you ask them who they want, it's unrealistic. And especially women, if you listen to women describe the guy they think they deserve, he doesn't exist. Like, he does, the dude they say, oh, he can fly, he a poet, he like a hoodlum, he tall, he got abs, he got a huge, he can fly, he can run fast, he's like an athlete, he's like an intellectual, he kill people, but he peaceful at the same time. He Tupac and like Ryan Gosling in one. Like, it's ridiculous. He like rich, but he humble. He like faithful, but he could cheat if he wanted to. He looked that good. Like, young, shut up. You guys, the reason why y'all be single, because y'all won't settle. You view everything as you settling. You view whoever the person is that you get, you would view it as you had to settle for them. Like, you could have did better. You couldn't have did better because you would have got better. Just get somebody. Have you ever played the game, man? Musical chairs. The whole game was, as soon as the music stopped, you have a seat. Just get somebody so you have a seat. Do not be the old person. It's no fun to be that. I'm telling you, just get somebody. It don't got to be it don't got to be a girl that's a model with a real big ass. Just get somebody. And
It's
the
like
dude, he don't got to be even 6 feet and a fucking millionaire. Just get somebody so you don't be the cat lady or the dog man. That's all I'm saying, is lower how you view yourself. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For your overall score, you got to get out the mirror. It is, if you added up your car, where you live, your schooling, how you dress, your teeth, your body,
teeth.
your money, that should create a score for you. And y'all know damn well it ain't over 5 or 6 if we do that. So humble yourself, and when you see a 5 or 6, you should see your equal instead of I would never. He fucking work at Best Buy. He got a Honda Civic. Or look at her. She got a flat butt. Dog, you don't deserve a girl with a big butt. You have a tiny penis, sir. All right. We got to start being humble. And I'm telling you, go after the good people. But to get the good people, I think that you all skip over good people because how you view yourself. Like, I'm way up here. So the good people you view is, nah, they ain't really on my level. But you're going to be lonely staying at your level.
Hey, man.
You
So it's
look
like,
down on the people you are qualified for. I will say that again. You look down on the group of people you qualify for. You're not going to get an athlete. You're not going to get an IG model. So get a normal person that treats you well and is cute, and be happy. So that's all I wanted to say. I love you guys. I wish you well. That's it.
just, just be more humble. So it kind of reminds me, you're old enough to remember this because you're my age. So like when you're 5 or 6 years old and the JCPenney catalog comes for Christmas and your mom's just like, hey, circle what you want. You literally
Yeah.
circle every fucking thing on every page.
Yeah.
You get like 4 things. So,
Yes, exactly.
so that's
Yes.
it. That's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
The same thing. You want everything.
Yeah. What's your
Somebody
deal?
said, "Oh, this job. Oh my God, I have an uncle like that. He be shooting for the stars. I wish I had his confidence." And it's nothing wrong with shooting for the stars, but be realistic about your number. Is the point I'm
Yeah.
making. If you know you a four, if you add in all that stuff, I don't really got a lot of money. I don't really got my own place. I really got a car that's a piece of shit. Add all that up and just think: if you was a girl, would you want you? Or if you was a man, would you be impressed by this? And you
Yeah.
will be more humble. And man, it's not all that. My car isn't all that. My body isn't all that. My face isn't all that. My sex ain't all that. Like, you would humble your fucking self instead of saying I'm amazing, so the person I meet have to be amazing. Man, I
How
mean,
about
I
that, man?
respect that you shooting high, but you end up, the game is to get somebody. And I don't want you guys to end up without anybody because of the way you view yourself. Just humble yourself a bit and give everybody a chance, and you might find somebody you love. That's
Hey,
all.
man. Out of your Falcon mind, man.
Out
Falcons
of your
news and
Falcon
notes,
mind, we do it for the
entertainment,
community.
and the life advice.
The
Tell
life
me.
advice you get. Where can you get football? Life advice, how to pull off on the car behind you, like John said, if they got too many people in it. Where can you get this stuff, man? Out of
Oh,
your
shit.
Falcon mind, the dopest podcast on the internet.
That's it. And with
Shout
that,
out to
man,
Joe Rogan.
we're going to close it down, man. We'll be back on what, Wednesday, 2 or 3
Wednesday.
o'clock. Joel said, "Laugh my yeah, man." Preach at the tabernacle. Yep, that's what we do, buddy.
Tabernacle.
Yeah, I mean, so we'll be back Wednesday, probably 2 or 3 o'clock. We'll figure it out and we'll get it on social media but I know some of y'all will be off hopefully on Wednesday, so y'all can catch us then. If you're still at work, then hey, God bless you, and still check us out at work, because you're not really doing any work on Wednesday anyway. Let's be
No.
honest.
Join us for the Thanksgiving out of your mind. Look, out of your mind, out of your Falcon mind Thanksgiving special. It'll be dope.
That's right. Yeah, we'll have we'll preview the Commanders. We'll talk about Thanksgiving, some traditions, and have some fun
We're
with
gonna
that.
have greens, beans, tomatoes, ham. We're gonna have all that on the podcast.
Yeah, man. And I'll plug Jim. I should have done this at the beginning of the show. I'll do this now on Wednesday, but so y'all know I'm a rep
Jim.
of JYM Supplement Science. So if they're having a huge Black Friday sale now, I'll put the link in the description on this video. So yeah, you get this free shaker if you go and spend so much money there. I forgot the total, but I'll put the link in. I think it's 120. You spend 125, and it's like it's up to 55% off on the website. Like,
Oh
so like all
shit.
this, it's a really good deal. Yeah. So I'll put all the details, and then I'll talk about it again on Wednesday just to plug it, because it is a great supplements for anybody that's interested. Protein, pre-workout, vitamins, whatever you name it.
It's good
Um,
stuff. It's
and
the
one
best
quick
stuff.
and one quick Netflix thing, buddy. If you
All
have a
right.
chance to watch 1899, have you seen this yet?
1899. No. The
Give
Stephen
it a shot,
King.
buddy. No,
Stephen King.
it's from the makers of Dark, which was that German like mind bending type of thing.
I never
Which
seen it.
I
I
never
gotta
saw
watch
that
it.
either, but like, dude,
Is it a show or
1899 is
movie?
fucked up. It's a series.
I'm gonna watch it.
It's yeah, dude. Your mind. Let's see. Joel said, "Hell yeah, I'll be there." Hell yeah. Well,
Yeah.
look
Hey
forward
man,
to it,
come
buddy.
through on Wednesday. It'll
Um,
be cool. It'll be the Thanksgiving special.
um, yeah, 1899 is crazy, dude. Like, don't read anything about it. Don't read nothing. Just start
Just
watching it
watch
from
it.
the one, and then like I'm talking about most shows, you can kind of have an idea what's going on, what's about to happen, dude. I have
You
this. You're like, what the,
dog.
dude? It's
Yeah,
it's
man.
a
Those
it's
are
a
my favorite
mind
shows.
complete mind bender, dude.
Yeah.
Like in the finale,
Yeah,
you're like,
those.
what? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's wild.
I
So
love it.
good show though.
I
So
love it.
anyway, guys, look, we've taken up hour and 45 minutes almost. Man, Joel, everybody that joined us tonight, thank you
Thank you
guys.
for coming, man.
Man, for coming in. We appreciate you. And yeah, I mean, catch us again on Wednesday. You guys watching on YouTube again, like Alberto said earlier, man, click that like button for us, smash the like button for us, helps us out a lot. Subscribe to the channel. Tell all your friends, all your family. Oh, hang on, Joel had one more question. He said, "You guys play video games.
I do
Would
not.
like to have you guys in my stream sometime."
Man, I'm gonna get me a PlayStation one day, buddy. I promise.
I
Soon too, but I
do,
don't have one yet.
but I'm not very good anymore. I my skills have declined over the years.
You sound so
Sad.
sad when you say that.
Well, mainly, I should have mentioned this earlier, dude. Liam finally beat me in Madden, brother.
Oh shit!
It's
Oh,
already happened.
hey, hold on. We got to talk about this. Now, who did you have?
At the Falcons,
And who did he have?
the Bills.
Oh, Liam,
So
buddy.
I put it on Twitter. I didn't even mention who the teams were because it doesn't matter. It doesn't
Mm,
matter. I mean, like I'm the elder. I've been playing this game my entire life. He's 12. I should have keep beating his ass. Like this shouldn't have happened yet. Like I wasn't ready
right.
for it. Part of me was super proud. I was like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah. Like he's listened, he's
Mm-hmm.
learned, he's got it, and then like the other part of me was like, you mother. Like I couldn't believe that he was like pulling
John
some of
gonna
the stuff
play
off
so
on me,
hard the
man.
next time. He gonna
Oh
be he
man.
gonna have like an
It's on now.
Adderall, and so
It's on now.
John
I'm
gonna be
gonna have
playing
like
so
two
hard.
pre-workout drinks and just so
Yeah.
focused and get the playbook. Dude, somebody told me on Twitter, like, man, you gotta open the playbook up, Dad. I'm like, man, I was
Right.
opening it. I was trying. Like I was
Yeah.
trying so hard. Like I was trying pulling all the stops, man. He beat me by I think it was only a touchdown, but it was still like it was a good
Yeah.
game and he wasn't doing any stupid shit. He wasn't like, going for it on the 10-yard line on his,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like he was
Yeah.
playing like he's supposed to play. And I was like, that's what I was saying. Like part of me was really proud. The other part was like, eh.
That he
And
learned.
I've told you my Fortnite story. Like I'm the guy who goes hides in bushes and snipes
Yeah.
people, right?
Yeah.
Like so, like all you guys, other guys, like building all kinds of crazy shit, and I'm just like in the fucking bush,
He's just
like
sitting there.
shooting folks. Like
Yeah.
like I'm. So if I play a solo game and I get down to the last 2 or 3, I'm fucked. Unless the guys are just like
Yeah.
terrible,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm screwed. I'll give the controller to him and like, hey man, you finish this because he's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's really good. So Joel, to answer your question, my son may be a lot better to join you on the stream than I
Yeah.
would be because he's
You
he's
gotta
a
play
lot better.
Liam, buddy. He is amazing. He'll get with you on them games.
Yeah, but anyway, guys. All right, so again, we've had fun, man. It's been a great show. Hey, it's always fun off a win, man. It's always
It
fun
always
talking
is.
about a win. So like I said, like, subscribe again, 5-star reviews on iTunes, Spotify. We appreciate all of that stuff so much. And again, join us on Wednesday for the Thanksgiving show. It's going to be awesome, and we'll have some fun. Then we'll have a little bit of a break, and we'll be back on got early game Sunday. Yeah, the Waskins are early, so we can probably
Yep.
record. You'll be back on Saturday, you said, right?
Yep.
Going out of town, so we could probably record on
We
Sunday.
good. So
Yeah,
we'll be
man.
back on Wednesday, and for the Redskins. So
Good night,
y'all go
Joel.
get some food. Hey man, come on, cook us a plate. Greens, beans, tomatoes, ham. You know what I'm saying? Cook us a plate and just mail it in to our PO box. All right.
That's all I gotta do.
That's all you got to do. I love you guys out of your Falcon mind.
Yeah.
Peace.
Much love, dudes.